Yellowstone Beth and Rip spinoff, cast, story and everything we know. The Yellowstone franchise is continuing to blossom into something much larger with the announcement of a Beth and Rip spinoff that will pick up after the events of the main series. Created by TV maven Taylor Sheridan, the series concerns the turbulent lives of the ranching Dutton family in Montana as they deal with various threats to their rapidly disappearing way of life. Perfectly capturing the neo-Western essence that typifies Sheridan's works, Yellowstone struck a note with audiences and went on to become one of the most popular shows of the 2020s. Unfortunately, the main series, which debuted in 2018, faced a bevy of issues going into the second half of its fifth season, including the high-profile exit of star Kevin Costner. Even amid a host of prequels, Yellowstone itself sputtered and limped its way into the second half of Season 5, and it will likely be the last hurrah for the hit program. This has opened the door for more spin-offs and continuations, and now it has been confirmed that main characters Beth and Rip will feature in a new series that will pick up after the events of Season 5. Just days before Yellowstone aired what could be its final episode, it was announced that a Beth and Rip spinoff is officially in the works. Though all the details aren't known yet, the series will pick up after the events of Yellowstone Season 5 fits, and will presumably deal with the fallout that the massive finale brings. Since the show concerns Rip and Beth, it stands to reason that it might bring back a handful of other Yellowstone favorites, but nothing has been confirmed outside the main duo. The Yellowstone spinoff hasn't settled on a name yet, and story details remain tightly under wraps, likely to avoid spoiling Season 5's ending. With rumors swirling that Yellowstone would return for a sixth season, the announcement of the new spinoff likely means that Season 5 Bits' finale will actually conclude the main series. The Beth and Rip spinoff is coming as another Yellowstone offshoot. The medicine is also taking shape, but it is unknown if and how the two will link. The creative team for the spinoff is also not known outside of Taylor Sheridan himself. Along with the announcement of the spinoff, it was also announced that Yellowstone stars Kelly Reilly, Beth Dutton, and Cole Hauser, Rip Wheeler, will reprise their roles. The door has also been left open for other Yellowstone cast members to return as well, but it's unclear exactly who that will be. The series will probably include new characters as well, but speculation about incoming cast members is impossible without many story details to work with. The recently revealed Beth and Rip spinoff is hardly the first offshoot from Yellowstone, and the franchise first expanded with the release of 1883, which explored the Dutton family's first foray into the West in the 19th century. That would be followed by 1923, which catches back up with the family a generation later as the Old West fades and the modern age rises. 1923 was quickly renewed for a second season, but 1883 is a miniseries only. The prequel shows are the only Yellowstone offshoots to actually make it to the screen thus far, but they aren't the only ones announced. Long before the main series came to a conclusion, a spin-off centering on the 6666 Ranch was revealed, but its status remains unclear after several years of silence. Another spin-off that would eventually be named the Madison was revealed in 2024, and the project is slowly taking shape. It remains to be seen how the Madison and the Beth and Rip spinoff will connect, but they both exist in the Yellowstone universe, so anything is possible. Though story details about Yellowstone's newest spinoff are firmly being kept under wraps, it will likely pick up in the aftermath of Season 5's finale. With Beth and Rip at the center of the show, it's safe to say they'll survive the show's conclusion and will be in a place to star in the latest spinoff. If Beth and Rip assert control over the Dutton family's holdings, that introduces a slew of new challenges for the couple, and the spinoff could essentially be a reset after Yellowstone's ending. Whatever happens, the Beth and Rip spinoff will have to be grand to top its predecessor. With Yellowstone nearing its conclusion, fans have been eagerly speculating about potential spin-offs featuring their favorite characters. While the Yellowstone universe is expanding with 1883, 1923, and the upcoming 2024 sequel series, one spin-off that has captivated fans' imaginations is a show centered around the powerhouse couple Beth Dutton and Rip Wheeler. Their fiery love story, fierce loyalty, and rugged way of life have made them one of the most beloved pairs in television history. But what would a Beth and Rip spin-off look like? Here's everything we know, and everything we hope for. Cast: who would return? Any Yellowstone spin-off featuring Beth and Rip would have to bring back Kelly Reilly and Cole Hauser. Their on-screen chemistry is undeniable, and their performances as Beth and Rip have been instrumental in the show's success. Beyond the central duo, familiar faces from Yellowstone could make appearances, depending on the timeline of the spin-off. Would it take place in the past, showing a younger Beth and Rip navigating life at the ranch before John Dutton's empire began to crumble? If so, Jefferson White, Jimmy, and Denham Richards, Colby, might make appearances to ground the story within Yellowstone's established world. If the spin-off is set after the main series ends, we could see Luke Grimes as Case Dutton or Wes Bentley as Jamie Dutton, depending on their fates in Yellowstone's final episodes. Piper Parabo's Summer Higgins or Mo Brings Plenty's Mo might also pop up if the series stays connected to the broader Dutton saga. Story: where could the spin-off take them? There are several intriguing directions a Beth and Rip spin-off could take. 1. Life after the Yellowstone Ranch. With Yellowstone's main storyline reaching a dramatic climax, one possibility is a spin-off that explores Beth and Rip forging a life away from the Dutton Empire. Given that Beth has always been more drawn to power than peace, the series could follow her as she builds a new business empire, perhaps in Texas or even abroad. Meanwhile, Rip, ever the loyal cowboy, might struggle to find his place in a world away from the ranch. Their dynamic would provide rich storytelling, as Beth's ambition clashes with Rip's desire for a simpler life. 2. A prequel exploring their younger years. Another possibility is a prequel series chronicling the early days of Beth and Rip's love story. Yellowstone has only scratched the surface of their tumultuous past, including Beth's tragic teenage years and Rip's rough upbringing under John Dutton's wing. This series could dive deep into the pivotal moments that shaped their unbreakable bond. We might see Beth battling her inner demons while Rip proves himself as a devoted yet tormented ranch hand. 3. A crime thriller spin. Beth and Rip aren't just ranchers. They're survivors who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty. A spin-off could lean into a crime thriller aspect, with the couple entangled in a world of land wars, corporate sabotage, and even revenge plots. If Beth goes toe-to-toe with powerful new enemies, whether in politics, business, or organized crime, Rip would be right by her side, enforcing justice the old-fashioned way. Tone and style. What would the spin-off feel like? A Beth and Rip spin-off would likely maintain Yellowstone's signature blend of Western grit, high-stakes drama, and character-driven storytelling. However, depending on the setting, it could shift in tone. If the story follows Beth's business ventures, it might have elements of Succession meets Sons of Anarchy. If it explores their early years, expect a raw and emotional drama in the vein of Friday Night Lights or 1883. No matter the approach, the series would undoubtedly feature intense dialogue, explosive conflicts, and sweeping Western landscapes. Fans can also expect some of the most emotionally charged moments in television, as Beth and Rip's love is as volatile as it is unwavering. Potential challenges. While the idea of a Beth and Rip spinoff is thrilling, there are a few potential roadblocks. First, Yellowstone creator Taylor Sheridan has a packed schedule with multiple series under his belt, including 1923, Lawman, Bass Reeves, and Lioness. It would require his unique storytelling touch to ensure the spinoff maintains the depth and complexity of the original show. Additionally, there's the question of whether Kelly Reilly and Cole Hauser would want to continue these roles for another series. Both actors have expressed deep love for their characters, but committing to a spinoff would be a significant investment of time and energy.